Hi, beautiful people. Today, I want to talk about living rejection free and asking for what you want. I'm going to try to make this as simple as possible, and I'm going to throw in a few of my personal experiences with it. Me growing up, I was always afraid of rejection, and I wouldn't ask for what I want because I was afraid of if the answer was rejection or perceived rejection, it was easier to not ask for it so I could blame external circumstances upon the reception or the response. So I can continue to be a victim. No one's consciously like this. We're like, yeah, I'm being a victim. We just don't know. And we don't know until we're out of it. And then we see the other side and we're like, oh, I was trapped in a program for so long. That wasn't me. So when you ask for what you want, ask and you shall receive. You get what you give. And how this blends into things is ask and you shall receive. When you are in alignment with yourself, when you love yourself, when you are content, when you dream and you visualize and you ask for what you want, you're going to receive a response to that. So if you are living in alignment with who you are and your true purpose in honoring yourself, doing your work, you ask and you receive. And when you don't get what you asked for and you're in alignment, that's a great thing because what you were asking for is not in alignment with who you are. And it's something else more amazing than you could ever dreamed is being prepared for you. And it's kind of like a test too, to see how forceful we're being and trying to control external circumstances and people to fit into our narrative. When we let go of control and when we trust and surrender and we're living our life on our terms, loving ourselves, we ask and receive very clearly. We don't even know what we ask for half the time too, because if like I say I want a giant 30-foot boat, just for as an example, and I've never been on a boat before, and I get the boat, I'm like, this isn't anything like I thought it was. So it's going to be contrast regardless. You're either going to be resonant with it or contrasted with it. Both are amazing. Contrast is super important. It's arguably more important than knowing what you want because what you want's always left over. So I can relate this in a few ways. Especially talking with women growing up, me not being assertive and me not asking for a T for my request. And now that I'm working out of my own self-rejection cycle and seeing it for what it was, I'm very much asking exactly what I want and not feeling bad or guilty about it. Bad, guilt, shame, all that shit's a fucking program. It only negates guilt and shame, all the 7 lower vibrations. If there's 7, I don't remember. There's like positivity, happiness, joy, gratitude. Those are high vibration thoughts. Everything below like fear, guilt, shame, sin, glutton, sloth, greed. I think there's the 7 sins. All that shit's bogus. All that shit's a human programming. All those things were invented within the mind and they enslave us because they're not meant to help us grow. They're meant to punish us. Why the hell would we punish us when we weren't even conscious for it? Does that make sense? That's like punishing a baby because it can't figure out quantum physics. It's not even aware of these things. How is it supposed to figure it out? And it needs to be unaware of them to become aware of them. So if we're punishing things, that doesn't facilitate any healthy processes. It keeps things stagnant and stuck where they are. So asking for what I want, let's use an analogy like I'm playing basketball. I want to make that basket. So if I'm stuck in fear of rejection, and then I throw the basketball into the concession stand because I'm too afraid to actually shoot at the basket, how could I be pissed off that I didn't make the basket? I'm not taking the right action. I'm not even aligned within myself. It's like shooting from a gun that's like broken. It's got a crack down the barrel. You shoot it, fucking blows up in your face. Um, or a gun that's very well contained, knows what it is, and shoots the bullet and it goes to its target. It's being aligned versus unaligned. And that's asking for what you want versus not asking for what you want. And asking for what you want is so liberating. As I'm doing my own work out of this, I'm out of it. I'm out of it now. I'm working on being out of it, but it's only going to get easier. And now I see people, they'll come to me and they won't use their words when they talk with me. They're not asking for what they really want. So that actually begins to frustrate me. But that was me. That was me a couple of years ago. And it's my job to point that out for my own boundaries, what I want. Just like, yo, ask me one sentence. What do you want? I don't need 2 paragraphs. I don't have the attention span for 2 paragraphs. We very much overcomplicated things in the world with tons of words and complex reasonings. But everything really boils down to very simple concepts at the end of the day. It's either love or fear. And if I'm not asking someone for what I want, or I'm like walking around it and hinting at it and hope they get the hint, that's me operating out of fear. Period. If I ask for what I want clearly and I'm happy with whatever answer I get, that's me asking out of love, because I love myself. And I love myself alone. I love spending time with people. I love to be social. But I don't ever want someone to feel like they're forced to be around me. And if someone doesn't want to be in my life, I'm happy for them, because I don't want them to be in that position where they feel like they're obligated to be around me. I don't want that. I don't want to feel that way around other people. I respect them that I may not be good in their life for whatever reason. It doesn't matter. It's not my I'm living my life. I'm living my experience. Like, I want everyone to live theirs and decide for themselves. I don't need to assert my opinion over other people to tell them they're right or wrong. And when I do that, I'm coming just from a place of fear. Anytime. That's all it is. When we're trying to get someone to do something the way we think they should do it, that's fear. So before you ask any question, ask why you're asking the question and what is your intention behind it. Yeah. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you feel. I love engaging on this stuff, so let's open up a dialogue. Hope you have a wonderful day. Much, much more to come. You're awesome.